All good things come to those who wait. We're a little bit late, but we are live. Hey, how about you, everybody? Welcome into the Corner Call-In Show. I'm your host, Jeffrey Lee, Senior Recruiting Editor for AuburnSports.com. Dadgummit, today is Sunday, July the 27th, 2025. Dadgummit, we're like a month away, folks. Freaking, are we not? We're like a month away from toe meets leather. Pretty damn close. Might even be within a month. And we're fired up. If you can't tell it by my voice, look at my eyes. Look me in the eyes. I'm so ready to have something to talk about. We always, as always, have a fantastic show for you tonight, and that is because we have some fantastic fellas here to join me, as they always are 100% of the time when they're here. They're here, Mr. Cole Pinkston, Sir Alan Head. How about you, boys?
How about you?
How about you, everybody? How we doing tonight?
It is my favorite thing ever when Jeffrey's mic is like, all right, I can't handle all that.
No, when it's too much. When he reaches when he reaches the decibel level that he can't even record.
Oh, for real? Does it go down? I kind of hear it in my headphones. They're like, chill out, big dog. Chill out.
No, it owns me. It absolutely owns me.
I mean, it doesn't reach dog whistle status, but it's up there, man. It is definitely up there.
Get that high pitch going. Yeah, you know, people at home are going, shut up, man. God, I ain't
not at all.
Damn nerves.
Not at all.
We're going to talk about some Auburn football. We're going to talk about some Auburn football recruiting. Hell, I'd like to talk about the video of the Auburn basketball player that I saw earlier this week. Dude was lights out. Janovi Yalovich, Peter Djokovic, Stephen Filovich. I don't know. What's his name for real?
I don't
know. Philip Leedy. I don't know.
I think it's Jokic is how you say it, I believe.
That's exactly what I said. Exactly. Hopefully we can get Kevin's phone tuned in tonight.
Yes.
And we'll get to some calls before we do. Before we go any farther, I would like to say if you're in Auburn, Opelika, Lee County, you're looking for a house, want to upgrade, get this done before school starts, want to find a new house, upgrade, maybe look for an investment property, is a fantastic time to do so. Get it now before the rates drops, because when the rates drops, the prices go up. And if you need some help, give her a call. Miss Jessica Andrews with the Talentless Group, 334-704-4442. A lot of fours in that number, fellas, but she's a freaking 5-star listener. If you don't believe me, just ask me. Yeah, give her a call, man. She's fantastic. She has been walls to the walls, for lack of a better term. This entire summer, she's been fantastic. I've watched her to work the deals, finding her clients, doing them right, and she's fantastic. She's a freaking 5-star realtor. Give her a call if you need some help. 334-704-4442. Tell her we sent you. Okay. Hey, one more shout out to a local company. You know, Twin Oaks, man. Twin Oaks. Listen, I put in a 60-foot culvert. Me and my buddy Bo put in a 60-foot culvert the other day, and I found this family-owned small business in Opelika. All the drain pipes, drains, fantastic culvert pipes, and they're fantastic. The best people too. Jack, Madison, and Gracie there at the front. Well, they were very helpful, and I was like, more people need to know about you, because I didn't. And I wish I had. And I'm glad I did. I wish I had to begin with. I found them. They're fantastic. Wanted to get them a good, big old how about you. So how about you to Twin Oaks Environmental, Miss Madison, and Miss Gracie and Jack. Good stuff. Give them a call if you need some drains, some pipes, culvert pipes, whatever you need, man. They've got it all. All right, fellas. What the hell is going on with Auburn right now? Anything worth mentioning? I know Auburn got a commitment.
Yes. Yes.
Who?
Since you've been on. Jacques Wilkes.
That's right.
So Jacques Wilkes obviously missed out on a big one on Saturday.
Sure.
But one that
Deron Parks.
I'm not going to call it replaceable. I think Deron Parks is a really good player, and I think he's somebody that Auburn's going to stay on.
Sure.
Because there's no guarantees that Florida State is going to be better than 6 or 7 wins. I think they're pegged right now by Vegas at 6.5 is the over-under for them. If they're a 6-win team, Auburn's, 8, 9, 10 wins, something of that nature. And I wouldn't predict. I think at this point I'm still solid on Auburn winning 8 games. But even still, Florida State wins 6, Auburn wins 8. Financially, things are where they need to be. Auburn looks to be on an upward trajectory. Florida State looks as though they're kind of bottoming out. I think he's somebody that you could possibly revisit with towards the end of the season and potentially flip into your class. But I don't think he's the kind of guy, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, that you break the bank on. Not at this stage in the game.
Yep. I even wrote Cole. You know more about this guy, but I did find out. Parks has some people close to him that really, really, really like Auburn.
Yeah,
and this is a guy that they're going to stay on. They want him. Don't get me wrong. So Cole, and listen, even his commitment story, tracks with what y'all's intel had going leading up to the announcement, which was very, very close.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Alan and I talked about it, Jeffrey, this week on the recruiting show. But if this was 2 years ago, I made the comment, I probably would have put in a pick for Auburn for everything I was hearing. I thought maybe Auburn was the favorite for his camp, but Alan and I also talked about percentages, and I keep going back to this. I think Auburn has a percentage, and they have maybe 1,000-foot view of each position, where they're not just looking at this class, they're looking at the transfer portal and the class, and they're making sure that they have their funds allocated correctly so that they're not in a bind when they get to, when their back's against the wall, when it's portal time, when it's whatever. So I think Auburn had whatever its offer was on the table for Deron Parks. I think Florida State matched or whatever they did or went above it. And Auburn said, well, I'm telling you, man, we want you. This is what we got. So we will continue to recruit you. Don't worry.
The leverage for Auburn in leveraging a kid like that is not there yet. That's where the wins come in.
Yeah.
That's where the wins come in. Is JG Tate in the comment section misbehaving?
Not at all. I think he's actually, laying the groundwork for the myth that is Jeffrey Lee right now as we speak.
Oh, do I need to get over and read that?
I would, big dog.
Yeah.
I think he's paying you a compliment, my man.
I'm gonna have some skin and some taters.
He says he loves this show. By the way, Jeffrey, pro tip: if you come out of the full screen, you can see the comments right there to the right. I don't know if you knew that.
I don't watch it on YouTube. I watch the StreamYard.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, say that again.
It's on StreamYard. The comments and our.
Oh, if you go to comments, get down.
Is that how you guys have been watching it? Because
you may not want to know.
See, this is how technologically bad I am, or uninformed. Let me put it that way. Dude, I'm like balancing YouTube on my phone and watching the comments. That's how I'm doing it. I'm not splitting screens or anything else.
Listen, you do it how you feel comfortable, Alan. We will not judge you.
Looking at
there's a lot of
JG's comments, I know at least one of them was written by Courtney. Ow! Oh my God, I'm so immature. So coming up, fellas, I put in a prediction. Let's talk Jace Matthews. You got him coming up, I think, Friday week, August the 8th.
Yes.
Which is, what's today, Sunday? So a little less than 2 weeks from now, Friday week. Jace Matthews, the potential future 5-star wide receiver at Rivals, has him number 2 in the country. Been hearing a lot of good buzz up until, throughout the past few weeks. I felt pretty comfortable after a conversation I had. Listen, I don't think it's done. For those that think his mind's made up and he's done with it and he's announcing on August 6th, I don't think it's there yet, but I think there's a lot of confidence, a lot of optimism at Auburn. I think looking back over the lifespan of his recruitment, if you will. So I felt pretty comfortable putting in a recruiting prediction for Jace Matthews. Fellas, have y'all heard anything that would lead you to tell me to pump the brakes?
No.
Zero.
No, I'm in agreement with you, I think.
I actually bumped it up on the hot board, Friday's hot board, from 55 to 60 because of two different conversations from two different sides of this recruitment, and I felt, hey, let's go ahead and I think what really lined up was not only was Auburn maybe the team to beat, but it was kind of an Auburn and LSU. You know, we had thought A&M was in there, Ole Miss was in there, but both sides were saying Auburn, LSU. Everything was lining up. And again, like I said, hey, listen, tomorrow, you know how these things go.
Sure.
You know how these things go. But
maybe to give you a little bit more a better feeling about it, Jeffrey, you know, what I had heard for so long with Wilson Zier and Ron Parks was if they get one, probably not getting another one right now.
Yeah.
Which that ended up being true. I thought maybe Auburn was about to get Ron Parks and said that many times, but also, you know, go back to that. There's more truth in that. Now, with receiver, I really think that Jace Matthews is the main guy they're targeting right now. And I don't think there's much outside pressure with other guys. So the pressure or the, you know, whatever, financial, all of it, it's being put on Jace Matthews. And I like Auburn there for that reason.
Good.
Sure. And I would tell you, go ahead, Jeffrey. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, Auburn, this is a small wide receiver class. I think Auburn's going after one freaking stud, and they're going to go after a developmental player. And I think they're going all in on Jace Matthews, which gives me that much more confidence. And how high of a priority they've made him.
Yeah. I mean, look, if I could put a prediction, I think I would put a higher percentage than what you put on it. I will be honest with you, right? Or at least that's my feel of it. There have been a handful of players where people I've talked to, there's actual confidence. Like with Deron Parks, when I asked around, I never got the feedback that, yeah, he's coming to Auburn. It was more optimism, right? Like we think, but never like we feel like. On Jace Matthews right now, the people I've spoken with, there's confidence. There's legitimate confidence that they're going to be able to land that one. And because of that, and Shea Dixon is a great reporter. I know that there are people that on our side, he's a homer, he's this. Shea's reporting what he's hearing. And he's talking to legitimate people at LSU. And I think you should take him at his word for that. And vice versa. The people that we're speaking, whether the people that you're speaking with, Jeffrey, on both sides of it, are able to provide you with enough confidence to say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put a crystal ball in or an RPM prediction in to say this is what I think. And I feel comfortable enough to do that. And I can count on my hand this cycle how many prospects you've done that with. And every one of them have ended up being commitments for Auburn to this point.
It's been a tough go with that on this cycle.
It's a lot easier when Auburn wins more than they lose, you know, recruiting battles.
Well,
it definitely is. I mean, we're not in the Harsin era right now by any means, where if you dared to put in an RPM, more power to you, brother.
Jeffrey, I realized on the show with B-Matt and Caleb the other day, we did at noon, that I have not covered a winning Auburn team yet in this job.
Oh, man. I got spoiled, dude. 2004 was my first year.
Oh, wow. The undefeated Sugar Bowl team should have been in the national championship.
Hang the banner.
Yeah, why not, right? SC had to vacate it. Oklahoma was beat so bad there's no way they can claim it. Why wouldn't you? Why would
if I ever get and John Cohen, he's on my bucket list. I have an interview with him, but that's going to be one of the things that I talk to him about. Like, let's go, big dog.
Sure. I mean, I think there are a couple that you can claim undoubtedly. 2004 and probably 83. 93 to me, you were on probation. Like I don't think you can claim it. I know people want to throw that one out there, but 83, 2004, you can claim those. Absolutely, you can claim them.
And I think there was like a 1913. Anyways, I'm a big guy, big believer in claiming them. Like, why not? Oh, well, we're not Alabama. Shut up.
Alabama
claim them.
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, Alabama's claiming them in years where they went like 9-4. Okay, so it's a little different when you go undefeated and there's no declared national champion in the BCS era.
That's what the rules were. That's how the rules were set up at the time. I mean, it's not crazy to do that. Now, what I love about it now, you have a playoff, and there's no denying who the best team is. You can't.
There was one. maybe back in the Saban era, where Alabama, they weren't the best team in the state. They weren't the best team in the division. They weren't the best team in the conference, but somehow they were the best team in the country. They lost to Auburn. They lost the Western Division. Auburn went and played for the SEC championship. Somehow Bama got in. Do you remember this?
Yeah, and Tua throws that touchdown pass down the sideline, right? To was it? Did they beat Georgia in the national championship? Was that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
They did. Yep.
So, I mean, that's
Anyway.
what led Steve Spurrier to make the comment that he made when he took that jab at Nick that time, where he said, the SEC is harder to win than a national championship. If you don't believe me, just ask Nick. Spurrier didn't mind taking he didn't mind taking a shot every now and again.
He'll have a good one-liner
for sure.
I miss old ball coach.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, let's get us to the phone line. See if old Kevin get things worked out.
Kevin from Wilmer, Alabama. You're live, man.
Sounds promising.
Talk to me, big dog.
This is Wanda.
Oh,
Wanda coming in clear too.
Wanda.
Uh,
Oh no, we spoke too soon.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's on me. That's on me. I'm sorry.
Is it on you? What happened?
Cole jinxed him.
I jinxed it.
It was definitely Cole.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me walk outside.
Yeah, let me hear that screen door, big dog. Wanda, for those who are unfamiliar, is Kevin's sweetheart. I believe they're getting married next month.
He went with his dad. So he asked me to call y'all.
Good.
I'll stay at home with the babies.
Wanda, when are y'all getting married?
Well, we were hoping this month, but his mom still is not. She still has the ostomy bag, but she has an appointment Friday for the wound doctor, and hopefully they will talk about doing the reversal, and then we can discuss the marriage.
Good. Are y'all up in Coleman now, or are you back down in Wilmer?
We're in Wilmer right now.
Okay. Y'all gonna get married in Coleman?
As far as I know, that's where he wants to. So I think it's gonna be cool having my wedding on the football field.
Oh, is that where he's gonna do it? Coleman High School?
At Fairview.
Fairview. That's right. He told us that. That's right. He told us that. Well, Wanda, tell Kevin we're gonna miss him, and whatever you're doing right now, and wherever you are, and whatever phone you're using is fantastic. And we would encourage Kevin to do whatever it is that you're doing.
Well, he has been using my phone, but sometimes if we're in the house, it don't get a very good reception. So I try to tell him when he's using my phone to come outside, and he will be able to talk to y'all.
Yeah, you sound fantastic. You got anything you want to talk about, Wanda?
I will just keep the number that showed up.
Okay.
That'll be the number he'll be calling from for right now. His phone kind of went on the blitz.
Well, been there.
Yep.
Well, you tell him we miss him, and we're going to be praying for his mama, and y'all keep us posted on the wedding plans, all right?
Oh, we will.
All right, Wanda, always a pleasure, darling.
And it's good to talk to y'all, too.
Yes, ma'am. Night-night.
Well, coming in clear.
Yeah.
0196. You're live. Who we talking to? Where are you calling from?
All right, Wanda, always a pleasure, darling.
That guy sounds good.
He does, doesn't he?
Yes, ma'am. Right now.
Night-night. Yeah, Bradford, I said night-night. That was a little early for that, wasn't it? I'm old. The sun's going down. It's night-night time.
Oh, boy.
This is Austin from Wichita, Kansas.
Austin from Wichita, Kansas. Y'all got some big deer up there, Austin?
Pretty good, y'all.
Huh? Yeah, we got some decent deer.
You got some of those mule deer up there, man.
Yeah.
Calling about the new running back commit I seen. was interested. The 4-star. Can't remember his name.
New running back? Or was it the safety from Florida State? Wichita is home to Pizza Hut. I didn't know that.
Are you Googling Wichita right now?
JG Tate is.
That's from JJ.
Okay.
Okay, Austin, talk to us, big dog. We're all over the place tonight. Rain is in.
No, I seen there was a running back commit. He had Florida State, Auburn, and there was 2 more in his Final Four. He posted the other day.
Was he 26?
Wondered why we would be trying to get another running back with as stacked as we are right now.
Austin, do you have a name for us by chance?
Do not. I wish I did. I've got a little bit more intel next time I come on here, but
yeah, I'm not sure. You got a couple guys in the next class, 27. You got CJ Calley from Spain Park, who says he's pretty high on Auburn. I don't know about any for 26, unless he's talking about Daryl Trey Bell.
Yeah, that's all I could think of.
It's a DB.
Right. I mean, you've got a couple guys that I think they're still speaking with, right? Like the kid, Carson Baker. I think they're still talking to him.
See Florida State?
I know he's committed to Florida. Yeah.
Florida. All right, who's the Florida State? Is it no Jay Lamar's at Georgia?
So they had Amari Daniels. Is it Thomas or Daniels?
Thomas, I believe. Amari
Okay.
Thomas, but he didn't have Auburn in his top 4 that I know of.
No, he's heading to South Carolina. That's a done deal.
But on the topic of running back, Austin, Auburn has Eric Perry, who I think they're excited about, although the rankings, don't show that. But I think they would probably shoot for the moon with the Jay Lamar, with the Derek Cooper, with the Xavier Crowell, and be fine if they don't get one.
Yeah, I mean, so long as things stay the way they are, right? Like you're only scheduled to lose Damari Alston out of your backfield this year. Yeah. So it's a 1-for-1 swap as things are right now. It gets dicey in the portal era because what happens if, Jeremiah Cobb decides, hey, Auburn, I'm really not producing the way I wanted to, and I jump into the portal. I think that's where you're going to have some difficult conversations as you come to the end of the season. When you get about in that last month of November, you're having to have conversations, unfortunately, a little bit sooner than anticipated because the December signing day is the Wednesday after the season concludes. And so if you're going to have a guy jump in and you're planning on replacing them with a high school player, or you think that they are, you're going to need to make a move on one of your top guys and or a secondary, like a backup plan of some sort. And there are other guys that are out there. I think Terry Hodges is the guy we heard about early on that has not committed to anybody at this point, hasn't taken a lot of visits. So I'm interested to see if Auburn gets back involved with him. I think he was deciding at one point between Missouri and Arkansas. But a guy I know that the staff was high on at one point. So I'm with you, Jeffrey. I don't think they're going to get another guy. It doesn't feel like they're willing to invest unless it's one of those.
Right.
Like I just don't get the sense they're willing to put their resources there, that they have other needs, defensive line, tight end, where they're going to put more money, linebacker. I think they're going to add another linebacker, maybe a DB, beyond what we think is on the immediate horizon with Braylon Womack and Jace Matthews. I think those are the two right now that they have circled that there is no expense around that they wouldn't exceed to land those two. And then we'll see on everybody else after that.
Jace Matthews, August the 8th. Braylon Womack, August the 21st. Both of those guys, if they aren't already, if they stay where they are, would be 5-star recruits. Be huge additions for Auburn. Good stuff, Austin. Appreciate you calling in, big dog.
3415. You're live. Who we talking to? Where are you calling from?
Hey, John in Auburn.
Hey, John.
What's going on, John?
Yeah. Hey, how y'all doing?
Fantastic, big dog. How about yourself?
Man, doing good. Hey, Pat Dye had an old quote where he said, it's football season when you feel the first little bit of fall in the air here in Auburn, Alabama. Let me tell you, I'm ready for football season, for football and for cooler weather.
Talk to me, brother. God.
But I had a question for y'all. I was looking back. Y'all remember I promise this will circle back. Y'all remember a game 2 years ago that like Colorado jumped out on Stanford 29-0 in
Yes.
Boulder,
Yeah.
and Stanford came back and got him. And looking at that, I was like, my God, that was Ashton Daniels.
Oh,
And
It was, yeah.
yeah. And are we sure that he's QB3 or QB2 or what's that pecking order you think looking at going into fall camp? And because he missed spring, are we still putting Deuce Knight and Sharpie as QB2?
no, sir. I'm
Absolutely
not.
not.
No, definitely not. By the way, the stat line, Ashton Daniels was 27 of 45, 396 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions in that game. He also rushed for 39 yards.
Damn. No, John, I fully expect Ashton to be number 2.
I was going to say, look, this is not me poor mouthing Deuce by any means. I'm not trying to take that route, but I'm in a little bit of a different camp, and I don't think he's as ready to play as some people think that he is or believe that he is. I think it's Jackson Arnold clear cut number 1, and then there's going to be a battle in fall camp for number 2, and it is not going to shock me at all if Ashton Daniels is the number 2 guy. Because of what he brings to the table from a veteran standpoint, you know what you're going to have when you put him in the game. Does he have the same upside as Deuce? Absolutely not. I think Deuce is probably the guy with the most upside on the entire roster at the quarterback position.
He's the future.
But does that mean that he's not going to go in there and throw 4 picks in one game either? Young guys do a lot of things that, unfortunately, their experience has taught them not to do at this point. And sometimes those are good and sometimes those are bad. Most of the time, these guys are fearless. And I think when you're in a situation like Hugh Freeze is in right now, you need a quarterback with a very high floor in the football game. You need a guy that you can count on to make sure that you execute the offense in a way that makes sense, that you're on time, productive, and moving the chains consistently and giving your defense a break, which is, I think, is the part of the football you feel the most confident in right now in known quantities on your roster. I think you know what you have defensively. Offensively, there's still some question marks. Not as much from a talent standpoint to me, but the offense as a whole hasn't played with the level of consistency and efficiency that you'd like, you know what I mean, to see a championship caliber type team play with.
Yeah, I also think if you step back and look at kind of the way in which Auburn approached the transfer portal and high school recruiting, it was like, okay, we need a bona fide starter. They went out and got Jackson Arnold. We need a veteran backup. They went out and got Ashton Daniels, and we need a future. And they went out and got Deuce Knight. And I think that all lines up for a beautiful quarterback room going into the fall.
Yeah, a lot of insurance.
How
there.
much eligibility does Daniels have?
He has 2, including a red shirt.
Yes.
So he could red shirt. He only has 1 year of eligibility left, but he does have a red shirt as well.
Yeah, so if he ends up only playing in 4 games, he can stay.
Right. He could play all season and then come back next year in red shirt.
Yeah, I had one more question for y'all. Just on a.
Could he play 4?
I think Damari's kind of locked in on that number 1 running back spot. Where would you guys think, barring injury, the rest of that room shakes out? Let's say it is as far as touches, because I keep hearing good things about Alvin from practices, and I don't know if Cobb is that number 2 back, or if they like the guy from UConn as well. I don't know how that room shakes out.
I think Darrell Robinson is going to be the number 2 before it's done. And he may even be running back 1 before the season's over. I think he's the guy with a different kind of skill set than what you presently have on the roster. He's bigger, more durable than Jeremiah at this point, though Jeremiah's done some good work. I think he's improved his body a significant amount in the offseason, but I need to see it from him on the football field. And maybe he's had enough chances. Maybe he hasn't. Maybe I'm not necessarily judging things fairly with him. But what I've seen of Darrell Robinson, if he truly has been playing with turf toe, I mean, his ability to slash, some of the cuts he makes on a dime, I just think he's a different kind of back than what Auburn has. Potentially somebody that could hit the home run for them. And a good change of pace with Damari. You can't count on him in the same way because you don't know. He hasn't been through practice just yet. But top end, I think he might be the best one in the room right now that can give you some explosive plays.
Tell you what, I've really missed a lot of breakdown over the years for not doing a complete rewatch of the season like I have this year. We've had time. Recruiting's been slow at times, so I did it. And the rewatch leads me to believe that Damari Austin maybe trusted a little more than I realized. When I go back and watch each game, he was in on some very key situations all throughout the season, and I think that alone is going to give him a chance to be the guy, to be the starter, the finisher, whatever you want to call it, the main guy. But it's who does Freeze keep bringing up? Cobb.
Jeremiah. Yeah.
That's interesting to me.
And touches.
I mean, we all know what Cobb's capable of.
Mm-hmm.
You can see flashes of it every time he touches the ball. Got to work on the vision. But he hasn't gotten a chance to get in rhythm either. So I don't know if it's fair to say he doesn't have great vision. Like, I've heard that knock on him. I've said it before. We've talked about it here. I want to see him get in a rhythm, and then I want to make a good – but we haven't seen that yet. And I hope he's not like a gadget guy. I really don't think Freeze.
Yeah, I hear you.
I want him to be a running back.
I hope he's not an Ontario McCaleb.
Or a Devin
Corey Grant.
Barrett. Yes.
Corey Grant, yeah. Corey Grant, man, when he got actual handoffs like a running back, he was still good. Like, I would have loved to have seen more of that.
Yeah. Corey didn't have a ton of wiggle, but speed for days, man.
Yeah, once he got turned up field.
Yeah,
Yeah. And he'd hit you too.
Mm-hmm.
Which, honestly, when you put them together, Cobb's similar to Corey Grant. If you're looking for a comparison, that's kind of the skill set you're working with. That acceleration that pops. Not a lot of wiggle, like you said, but not afraid to lower the shoulder. Been doing that since he was 140 pounds in 8th grade, by the way. Been seeing him since that time.
That's true. And this is what I am going to say for Jeremiah Cobb. He's the kind of kid you cheer for. You honestly, as somebody that has, watched his recruitment unroll or whatever, watched it, from afar, and then heard some of the things I've heard about the kid since he's been on campus. Great young man, good family. Like, you want kids like him to be successful in this program. I haven't seen it to this point, and that's why I'm a little bit skeptical. But again, I'm freely admit that Cole may be right, that the sample size might not be large enough just yet for me to have a true understanding of what he's capable of.
Fair enough.
Nothing against Darrell Robinson, but he's almost, for me, in that boat of Jacoby Matthews, where, dude, he hadn't played football in a minute. It's going to be a second. It's going to take there's going to be an adjustment period, I think. But I'm with you. He's got a lot of ability. And if he hasn't been playing with turf toe, and turf toe's rough, by the way.
Yes.
And he's doing what he's doing, if he gets that fixed, that might be your guy.
Good stuff, John. Appreciate you calling in, big dog.
Got Anthony here. Anthony, you're live, man.
Speaking of running backs.
Fellows.
Fellow. How about you, Anthony? Oh, Smitty.
How y'all doing tonight?
Fantastic, big dog. How about yourself?
Hanging in there. Quick, fall count right around the corner. Y'all know every year I call in. Y'all two guys ask for a season bowl prediction. So
Okay.
This fall count about 2 weeks away. My two guys first offensively, we got Horatio Fields, and defensively we're gonna do new boy Fagans. I'm gonna give you my bowl prediction, then I'm gonna talk here.
I like it.
Horatio, my bold prediction is, I'm not saying he's gonna lead them in touchdowns and yards, but he's gonna become Jackson Arnold's favorite target. They asked him at media days, who's the guy, and the first one he said was Horatio Fields. So I think it's gonna be a chemistry there where he's a big guy, and that's somebody that Jackson gonna lean on. But one for new boy is that he's gonna lead Auburn in interceptions, and he's gonna be a All-American, a freshman All-American.
Ooh.
Man, he's got a nose for the ball.
He does, man. Somebody said on the board, do you think tackling holds him back? Like, if he's not like a great tackler yet, that's something you have to get better at. No, I don't. I think he's that good at coverage. They would put him in there.
Take you lumps.
He's the one I heard the most about in spring practice of any player on the defensive side of the ball from the freshman side of things, other than, obviously you heard about the two defensive tackles, right? But other than those two, New Boy was the one I heard the most about, had the most versatility, You could put him at the you could put him at the field. You can put him at the star. He got reps at both, and that they thought it was going to be extremely hard to keep him off the field when the season started. Now, the depth chart has changed some, right? I mean, you made a 5-star pickup since then. Now, again, and I want to caution people about expecting too much from him too early because we don't know what kind of football shape he's going to be. I don't know, man. There's just something about New Boy Fagans to me that reminds me of Deion Grant from Tennessee, early 2000s, just the kind of guy that he finds the ball, man. He's just a magnet for it.
Yeah, he is. He is excellent. He is a turnover machine. I believe that is what we said on signing day, even when he committed. We've been using that term. I don't think it changes on the next level, even as a freshman. So
I like the Horatio Fields plug there too.
I do too, but man, I like it, but I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, what percentage of targets do you think will go to Cam Coleman and Eric Singleton?
Do you think Horatio will be the check down? And that's why I'm giving. Okay.
No, I think he's a one-on-one matchup guy. I think that's what Freeze likes about him because he's big. He's got great ball skills. He goes up and get it, 50-50 ball. I think he's good at that. So
you don't think you think he's going to be an outside guy?
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I think he could play big slot, right? Like he's a guy.
That's how I kind of envisioned him.
Definitely got capable of doing that and getting some catches up the seam. But let me ask you guys this question. And JG, if you're paying attention to me, man, go ahead and throw me something in the chat. But what's the percentage you put on Auburn playing 10 personnel this year? Because how much 10 personnel Auburn plays, to me, dictates how many catches or receptions Horatio Fields gets.
And that's an empty backfield for those who are just learning like me.
One back.
It's not empty. It's one back. No tight ends.
Okay.
So 4 receivers. One back. I think 25%. I still think they'll stay in 11 and 12 a lot because they want to run the football. They know they have to in this league.
Okay.
The percentage one running back, no tight ends.
Yes, one running back, no tight ends.
Yep, 4 receivers, doubles, trips, stuff like that.
I think it'll be. I don't think it'll be rarity.
25% is.
Who's your tight end?
That's the point I'm getting at.
Preston Howard?
Brandon Frazier? Are you going to be able to count on those guys all season?
Well,
not unless you're holding them in for pass pro.
They counted on Rivaldo Fairweather for a lot of things when he probably shouldn't have in the run game. But the reason they do it is not because of how good of blockers they are. They do it to widen the front so they can run the football.
Agreed. And Auburn hit outside zone. That's a core concept for them, right? Like that's a core running staple of what they're trying to accomplish is outside zone. That said, I think you can also do that in 10 personnel too, where you can widen the split some and stretch it out, especially if you're planning to feature the RPO as much as I think they're going to with Jackson Arnold. To get him comfortable, I think you're going to have a ton of RPO, a ton of quick game, and then some vertical shots down the field. And that's going to loosen the box in and of itself, where you're looking at a lot of 6-man boxes as opposed to 7, 8-man boxes of what you were looking at predominantly last year.
There's so many just nuances to this offense, and there's so many different ways they can attack defenses. It's going to be, now you've got Damari in there, who is the better of the pass protection running back. That was one thing. That was the one Achilles heel of Jarquez Hunter, was he wasn't the best.
He wasn't great at it.
He wasn't great stepping up and protecting.
Not many running backs are these days.
You're right.
Very rare.
Eddie, I tell you what, Eddie Graham made it a freaking. If you couldn't do that, you wouldn't play for Eddie Graham.
Who was it? Was it Ronnie Brown that was given the interview that time where basically Eddie tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Look, you don't pass block here, you don't play. You can go find yourself to the sideline over there."
You don't realize how big of a deal that is for your quarterback, man. You talk about one guy coming free when your running back can't pass protect. That's not cool.
No.
So and they did use Damari Austin a lot in those situations. He'd check in. Whether
you knew it was a passing down. I mean,
they throw it to him too. He can handle that part. But 12 personnel they love because it widens the front. but it also loads the box. You get one-on-ones with Cam Coleman, Eric Singleton, so
Mhm.
that they love that part. But if you go to 10 personnel, you got doubles or trips, and you got
Yeah.
everybody split out. I would assume Cam Coleman, Eric Singleton, even Horatio Fields, if he's off by himself, are going to garner some interest from
Sure.
defensive coordinator.
Do you think the base will be 11? Do you think it will be
Yes.
with 1-1 and then 3 wide outs, 2 wide guys in a slot?
Yeah. I mean, I think you'll base
And
everything out of
in
11.
your wide would be Horatio, Cam, and Eric Singleton in the slot. A tight end, Preston Howard, Brendan Frazier, and then maybe DeMar, a running back.
I mean,
That's kind of your base.
it's probably hinges on what happens with Malcolm Simmons, right?
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I don't think there's anything that's been decided on that front just yet. But
No, there's not.
that's the other piece to me, and that's kind of why I brought up 10 personnel.
Huh.
If everything's okay with Malcolm Simmons, then
Yeah.
I don't know
How
how
do you
much.
tackle that?
Yeah, how much is Horatio going to play? And if Horatio is as good as we anticipate that he might be, or that Anthony thinks he could be, how do you not play 10 personnel with all of those other weapons, right? Because you're going to have to get some of those guys snaps.
What do you think? It's one of the things I wrote, and I just went back through the A&M game, and I really wanted to see, look, how did they pull this off exactly? What was the difference in this game? And they went tempo a lot more.
Yeah.
Gus Malzahn, honestly,
What game was that, Cole?
A&M.
A&M.
And they ran the same run play 4 times on one drive. It was a scoring drive, and went tempo. And it was 12 personnel, by the way.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best look to do that? Is it 12? Because they're going to have to line up that way out the running lanes. Is it 10? Do you want to throw the RPOs and throw the whatevers? I don't know, man.
Are you running RPO out of the 10 personnel?
You
Is that what
can,
you do?
absolutely.
I love all the possibilities, but I also get nervous. I don't want all that. I don't want him to be thinking about all that. I hope he knows what he wants.
Sure. Depending, I mean, you have RPOs out of any personnel package, right? It changes responsibilities, who's going to be doing what, but
yeah,
the personnel grouping is not going to necessarily change or dictate how many more RPOs you're going to call. I don't believe.
Right.
Good stuff, Anthony. Appreciate you calling as always. Zach, keep us going, big dog.
0234. You're live. Who are we talking to? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Hanglow 7 from the corner. Decatur, Alabama. How are you guys doing?
Wow.
Hey man, you got your baby watching the show.
I am. Hey, the baby, our newborn, she's watching it too. She's locked in.
He just
Still
posted.
Night.
He posted on. He posted on the
Y'all
corner
see
a
that?
picture of his baby watching. If y'all hadn't seen that yet.
Oh, no, I missed
Oh,
it.
yeah, it's awesome.
Well, how about
Hey,
you,
I
baby?
got
Hang
two
low.
quick things. The first thing is, with the situation around Simmons, should we be confident in any production we have behind, the really top heavy unit? I know you guys are talking about Fields, but maybe Perry. We didn't see a lot of him last year, and then the 2 freshmen, Turner and Smith. Should Auburn fans be confident in what they may see out of these guys? I know Smith was a summer enrollee, so you may not see a lot, or you guys may not have a lot on him. And then I want your breakout players on both sides of the field this year.
Okay.
Breakout players on both sides of the field. What was the first part?
Yeah, I think he's
So I
asking.
was pretty much the question, with the receiver unit being real top heavy and the situation around Simmons, should Auburn fans, I guess, be confident in the production behind, Fields, Simmons, and Coleman, with it being a very top heavy unit? Like with Perry, Smith, and Turner, should Auburn fans pretty much just, should we be confident enough that they could answer the call if needed?
Without Malcolm.
Right, without
Malcolm, if that situation holds up.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you should be confident in the group back behind them. My issue is that I think you didn't have enough in the room to start with from a number standpoint. You only had 9. If things don't work out with Malcolm for him to be eligible this year, you're down to 8. You cannot have any injuries at all. Otherwise, you're going to be in a very difficult spot, only having 7 wide receivers to be healthy, because you're going to get some other guys who are going to get a little banged up, right? And so they're not going to necessarily be playing at 100%. I mean, most guys are going to be playing the season at 80% as you get down the stretch anyway. But you need as many healthy bodies as you can, and it's not just for games, right? But it's to get reps in practice to get prepared for the game during the week. Tuesday and Wednesday is exactly like I get the whole people loving motivational speeches thing, right? You know what I mean? Like they love cut-ups of taquillo spikes in the locker room, like firing the guys up. I'm going to be honest with you guys. That lasts about 10 minutes till they hit the field.
Right.
What they do on Tuesday and Wednesday dictates the outcome of the game on Saturday. And if you don't have enough bodies to practice on Tuesday and Wednesday, the chances of you being rusty or looking off, they're going to parlay themselves into Saturday, and the percentage goes up significantly. So to me, my concern is not about what you have behind them, but it is the overall quantity with which you have in that room. And do you have enough to practice the way that you need to, especially as people get a little banged up with the season going forward?
I think if there was a position you could lose someone, it's probably receiver. You don't want to lose Malcolm Simmons. And by the way, and it's a touchy subject, but we can't ignore it.
No.
Nothing's been decided as far as we know. The longer it drags out, the more interesting it gets on whether or not he's on the team or not. So having said that, I don't know if he's going to be on the team or not, but if you were to lose him, receiver seems okay to me. Not a lot of bodies, but quality.
Definitely like what I've heard about Sam Turner. I mean, that is a name over and over and over again you continuously hear.
To Anthony's point, in that case, Horatio Fields, I think his stock goes up.
For sure.
Perry, his stock goes up. I mean, obviously, that's just common sense. But, they start to get more targets. And it's just like with Cobb, do more targets, chances, opportunities. What do you do with those? Cobb hadn't gotten them.
Baby, hang low. Her first TV appearance, big dog.
How about that?
I like it.
Is it a dude?
Breaking new ground here on the show.
I don't know. I can't tell. It's kind of got a dude nose.
Is it a dude?
We'll go with it. Baby, hang low.
Baby girl.
Baby girl, that's what I said. Hell yeah. Baby, hang Lowell. Lowella. Appreciate you calling in, hang low.
Last caller of the night, 0978. You're live. Who we talking to? Where are you calling from?
Hey, how about you, fellas? Tim Barstead from El Dorado Hills, California.
Hey, Tim. How about you, big dog?
Good talking to you guys tonight. Hey, had a couple of quick things I wanted to hit, so I'll go through them quick. Number one, Ashton Daniels. It's interesting to me the amount of people that kind of have dismissed him. Of course, Deuce is who Deuce is, but I think that people have forgotten his pedigree. This is a man who is 3-time state champion of Buford, Georgia.
Yeah,
it's true.
And last I checked, Buford's a pretty good football school.
Very.
It is.
So I think we're pretty well set up there. Two other things I wanted to ask you about. It's an interesting thing to me about the next evolution of quarterback. It seems like we've got obviously Deuce on deck, but what comes after him? Peyton Falzone. We're looking at KK Johnson, who plays football in high school, or quarterback in high school right now, plays tight end as well. But the kind of athlete that we're bringing into the fold, we've got several examples of these 6'5", 200 athletes, 6'5", 210, 220 athletes that can play multiple positions. It's an interesting stacking that they're doing. Just wanted to hear what you guys had to think about that. I'm thinking of people like Peyton Falzone, KK Johnson, heck, even Eric Smith. Hopefully my man is going to be on later from Selma to tell you a little bit more about Eric. That that kid's, he's second fiddle to Duke, but that's a heck of an athlete.
Are you saying guys who could be the guy after Deuce? Are we talking like Phillip Rivers' boy, Gunner?
I think he's including Deuce in it too. Just the type of quarterback Auburn's going after now.
Okay.
Definitely including Deuce in it, but Gunner is probably the next guy that we're looking after. So
yeah, I would think so.
But to fill the gaps, we get guys that could do multiple things for the team, not just
to
be a quarterback.
Oh, absolutely. The athletic ability of these guys. This was the norm back in 20 years ago. You recruited athletes.
Right.
Yeah.
And like you said, Eric Smith is kind of an unknown guy. But he's 6'5". Derek Smith is probably more of an athlete who could play several different positions. Not a quarterback guy, but Falzone could play numerous positions. You look at
even Jacques Wilkes could be like a Derrick Henry type running back for you if we had to.
He could. He was an all-state running back.
Yeah. Yeah, position versatility is a good thing, Tim, but as far as the quarterbacks go, man, the way that Freeze, from what I've observed and studied with this, he wants somebody that he don't have to worry about, somebody that's just got it instinctually. And guys like Peyton Falzone, where he may not, his mechanics are messy as a pocket passer, whatever. He doesn't care. That guy's got instincts. He'll know when to pull it. He'll know when to make the throw on RPO. He knows when to take off with it, and he's fast. Same with Deuce. That's what he's looking for. And, it's no knock against Peyton Thorne because he was pretty good with the reads and everything. It's just, you learn from things you had before, and you go, okay, that's what we had. If I had this, it'd be different. That's all it is. It's just part of the business of it.
Sure. And I also think that it has to do with the kid's character too. I mean, particularly at quarterback, when you're recruiting quarterbacks and you have a guy like Deuce in the room, you have to bring in kids that are good culture kids. They're going to mix with what you have because you want them to compete. You want them to push for the position, but you don't want them to cause problems in the room should they not win that position. And I think you feel comfortable with Peyton Falzone coming in, given what I've read from him from interviews, given what I've heard. Great kid, good family, coming in understanding that he's got, an opportunity to compete. It's an uphill challenge, right? It's an uphill battle. But if you don't win, you're going to have time to develop here, and they're okay with that.
Know your role.
Yes. Accept your role.
Right. Gregory McCart says, I'm looking up tight tonight. Shit, I thought I was loosed up.
Welcome to the comment section, Jeffrey.
Yeah, man. This is an epiphany for me. I had no idea.
They'll talk about you right in front of you. They don't care.
Really? How big of a boy are you? Yeah, Gunnar Rivers is a 2027 kid.
The comment section in today's world is a wild place, man. Just wild. I can't not look at it. I have to look at it.
I had no idea we could do this on StreamYard. I had no idea.
I'm with you, Jeffrey. This is like revolutionized how I use StreamYard.
I had the YouTube page open and I was going back over there to read the comment, and it's like 10 seconds behind, and I want to come back and be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, tech whiz over here.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. With your AOL dial-up, bitch.
I had buffered. Well, yeah.
You have been doing great. Have they got them lines run under the railroad tracks?
Not yet.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Not yet.
The Starlink though, pulling through.
Doing good tonight. You never know.
Pulling through.
You never know.
Okay.
Hey, we had a fantastic show.
Zach said, I thought you guys knew that. Like that was supposed to be understood, right?
Well, I mean, it's there. It says private chat comments, and I've just never paid attention because I'm all about who's next. So, this show just got better. This show just got better.
It did. And Zach, I'm just going to own it. I'm old. I didn't know. It's okay. I'm comfortable in saying that I just didn't know.
I had no idea.
I'm going to own it.
I had no idea. I do know how to share my screen though. Get some of that, big dog. Hang low, Ella.
That's big time.
Hang low, Ella. Hey, well, we mentioned this earlier, but I think JG Tate said in the comments, first practice or first media session for the team is on Wednesday. So things are going to start rolling here pretty quickly. So y'all get tuned into auburnsports.com. We've got a fantastic staff of 6.5. I count Allen as part of us. Caleb Jones, Brian Matthews, JG Tate, Justin Hoganson, myself, Cole. Fantastic staff covering it from A to Z. Doing a fantastic job. We're going to continue doing that at auburnsports.com. As far as recruiting goes, the big two coming up, Chase Matthews on August the 8th, Braylon Womack on August the 21st. Those are kind of, what we've got pinned on the calendar. We're going to be back either Tuesday night or Wednesday night. So either Wednesday morning or Thursday morning, we'll have a recruiting show. We'll go a little bit more in depth on what we're hearing, if anything has changed as far as some of these top targets and their upcoming announcements. I want to thank everybody. Wanda, appreciate you, Wanda. You were the real MVP tonight, man. You did a great job. We appreciate you calling in. Austin from Kansas, he came back and said he was thinking about Eric Perry as the guy he was thinking about.
Okay.
John from Auburn, fantastic call. Smitty always got a fantastic call.
Love Smitty.
Love and hang low, man. Appreciate you calling in, big dog, sharing your life with us. I always enjoy that. Tim from California is always fantastic. Always appreciate him calling in. And we love the contribution there in the chat room from Mr. JG Tate, a.k.a. the Commodore. We'll end it there, man. We're going to be back this week with a recruiting show. We'll be back next week with the call-in show. We absolutely appreciate everybody listening. We absolutely appreciate everybody watching. We couldn't do it without you. Don't forget about Jessica Andrews with the Talents Group, Auburn, Opelika, Lee County. Look for some help with a real estate, man. She is fantastic, an absolute 5-star realtor. Give her a call, 334-704-4442. Tell her we sent you. All right, folks, that's going to do it, man. Thanks so much again for watching. Thanks so much for listening. We appreciate you absolutely. For Cole, for Alan, for Zach in the back, who stayed in the back, I'm Jeffrey Lee, man. Y'all stay in that left lane. See you.